Hello, this is Up Trail 71. We're back for another adventure. This time we'll be in the Porcupine Mountains, one of our favorite areas in the UP of Michigan. And a little different for this trip. It's going to be 3 days, 2 nights, 4th of July weekend. And we were expecting it to be extremely busy, but actually it's very few people that we've seen so far. Of course, we got a little later start on the trail. I had to work a few hours this morning. We had about a 170-mile drive here. Now we're getting on a trail about somewhere around 4 o'clock Central Time. And I'm thinking it's going to be at least 6-mile hike, maybe 6.5 miles or so. We started at the Lake of the Clouds. We'll be hiking the Big Carp River Trail. And we'll be going down to the Shining Cloud Falls. And that's where our campsite be for tonight. Behind me, I'm getting some really nice views of the Lake of the Clouds. Some of the smaller mountains in background. Now for our temperatures, right now it's about 71 degrees, but it's a little humid. Tonight they're predicting a low of 51, so it'll be a fairly mild night. And then I'll be using our zpacks 2-person duplex tent tonight for the very first time, other than just setting up and practicing in our yard. So we're looking forward to using that tent for the next 2 nights. Right now I'm coming up to campsite BC1. This is an awesome campsite. But remember, anytime you're up on the escarpment, there's not going to be any water source. So make sure you have enough water. Of course, we'll be camping on a river tonight. There's a fire ring. Of course, their view is just a beautiful Lake of the Clouds. And only about 100 yards from the campsite, get these awesome little cliffs like this. And it's steep up here, as you can tell. And you get another awesome view this way, and 2 more campsites. Just a little ways back there, I walked past BC2 campsite. This is BC3, back in the woods. And of course, their view is amazing. It's beautiful up here. You see Lake of Clouds from here. Now this will be the end of the ridge, so I'll be going downhill now. They claim that most of the 60,000 acres in the Porcupine Mountains has never been cut before. So this is all old growth trees. And some of the trees date as old as 500 years. And right along this trail, you get these really cool looking cliff views. Now I must start thinking about making up some better time. Still got about 2 miles to the stream crossing. That one I'll take my shoes off most likely and cross it. Then I'm guessing another couple miles after that to the campsite, the Shining Cloud Falls one. I'm looking forward to that. One of the campsites over there, next to the Big Carp River. Of course, that's where we'll be staying on in a little while. Right next to Shining Cloud Falls. Now we're coming up to the stream crossing. I'll take our shoes off. That looks like it's about maybe 2 feet deep. Not too bad. Well, now it's time for a stream crossing. And I have a feeling it's going to be very cold. And that water is cold. The rocks are slippery. It's not very deep. It's only about maybe 10 inches deep. Yeah, it's not too bad. Now we've made it to the junction. Of course, Correction Line Trail, we may take that one tomorrow, back to Mirror Lake. Mouth of the river is 4 miles. And let's see where we are. We are right there. And Shining Cloud Falls is right there, so yeah, it looks like about 2 miles to the campsite. Okay, now we come up to stream crossing. The arrow here shows you can cross the stream right in this spot, which wouldn't be too bad. But there's a tree crossing the stream just over here, about maybe 50 yards. There's definitely mosquitoes out. Well, this has changed a lot. One of the trees is gone. I know they had some extremely high waters a few weeks ago and washed some of this out. There, I made it. We arrived at our campsite, dropped our packs right here, got a nice little fire started. This is a beautiful campsite, right on a big Carp River. It's a lot of nice little rapids, and right next to the campsite there's all these like cliffs, kind of cool. And then just down the stream is Shining Cloud Falls. So I don't think I have a chance to walk down there tonight, but tomorrow morning take a quick look at it. We have our zpacks duplex 2-person tent set up, at least somewhat for now. Still got our sleeping, actually quilts in there, and new air mattresses. Who knows if it's actually set up perfect, but it looks like it should work fine for tonight. At least there's no rain in the forecast. Still have a nice fire going. We're gonna make a quick meal here very soon. And we're right next to a nice little waterfall. Oh, I could sleep really good tonight next to that. There, that's my dinner for tonight. Lasagna with meat sauce. For the most part, we're all ready for the night inside our tent. We'll brush our teeth and get ready for bed soon. Hang up the bear bag, and then we'll see you tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. Just starting to wake up. It's a beautiful morning. I love sleeping next to that little waterfall over here. And there's our tent right next to it. Two extremely large dead trees. Yeah, it's not the best spot to set up a tent with trees like that, but it's definitely beautiful. I mean, they have cut some trees like that. Right over here is a dead one that they cut down years ago. And then there's another one just up on the hill right here. So now I'll have to do these next, I'm sure. But you guys see these two trees, how they're growing on these rocks. There's one right there. But this is really cool. Look at that. It's amazing how that tree grew on that rock. Yeah, it's too bad you have to cut them down someday. The rock is really cool. So the Porcupine Mountains is actually a volcanic area millions and millions of years ago. There's like an eruption where the crust came up, and that's how it formed up all the escarpment. If you look at this rock, this is all like lava here. You can see all the smaller rocks inside. That's kind of cool. I just checked the temperature on my pack, and it's 49 degrees out. So it did get a little cool last night, but not bad. I stayed plenty warm in the tent. And the air mattress from Climate worked good. I won't say it's excellent, but it was good. A lot better than that foam pad that we used. And now it's time to get the bear bag. There, this morning I think I make myself an easy breakfast. Just add some cold water, just freeze-dried raspberry crumble meal, And I've had that once before and it's good, so looking forward to that. Now while I'm waiting for this water to boil, I'm just going to go down to stream, grab some water, and then filter it. That should be almost done. Yep, now I can start getting my meal put together. I'm hungry. Now this looks good. The blueberry granola meal, you just add cold water, but this one you heat up your water. Yeah, I've been walking around this campsite area. It's really cool. These rocks are neat. It's like a little canyon in here. Then about 100 yards downstream is Shining Cloud Falls. I'm not sure if I'm going to go check that out. Maybe I'll take a walk down here a little ways and see if we can see any part of the falls. I can see part of a waterfall right there. I don't think that's actually part of the main waterfall. I can see another level down just beyond it. Well, for now, I'll turn back, go back to our campsite. If we have time, maybe we'll take a walk down to the waterfalls. That's at least another 150 yards in that direction, I'm guessing. And right here, it looks like it's a little difficult to hike it. I know there's a steep bank to go down if we take the regular trail. And we'll see how the time is. It's still early in the morning. We have plans to stay at Muir Lake tonight. We could camp there. It's about a 6-mile hike. But they're talking about rain tonight and rain tomorrow. So it's hard to say. Maybe we'll just hike back to the vehicle after we go to Muir Lake. Either way, it'll still be fun. We now have just about everything all packed up, and we'll be getting back on the trail very soon. It's going to be about 6 miles to Muir Lake, and then the first 3 miles will be just backtracking, which we already did yesterday. And then I think it's a correction line trail. That'll be another 3 miles. There's not a whole lot to see on that trail. A few little cliffs towards the end of it, a couple little tiny streams. For this trip, we're just going to skip going all the way down to the waterfalls. We've done that a couple times. It's nice, but we just want to get back on the trail and get down to Muir Lake. We may just eat our lunch or dinner there. We may camp. We'll see. Now we're getting close to the stream where we get that fun tree crossing. Oh, the bugs are awful right now. We have just swarms of mosquitoes. The bug spray helps, but it doesn't cure it. They keep buzzing around your head. I arrived at the intersection parking area. It's 5 miles. So you can have a 5-mile hike if you want to go back to the Lake of Clouds parking area. That's where we are right now. Or you can go to Muir Lake, which is just under 3 miles. And we have a campsite, we can stay there and then hike out in the morning. So whichever you want to do is fine with me. Well, we decided to take the 5-mile hike back up to Lake of Clouds. Take our time, enjoy the views. It's nice out. I know we could camp at Muir Lake, but that's alright. We wanted to test out our new tent last night. That was one of our main goals. And we never stayed at that campsite by Shining Cloud Falls. So that was another thing we always wanted to do. We have almost made it back up to the top. Our last little climb, we'll be back to get some very nice views from up here in the escarpment. And we're back to awesome views around here. And there's that one campsite. I had almost thought about reserving this campsite originally. We've stayed here the first night and then Mirror Lake the next. We're now passing by campsite BC2. It's right back in here. In my opinion, if we're up on this escarpment, this ridge line, that's got to be my favorite campsite. There's a lot of trees there. The views are awesome. You get beautiful sunrise in the morning. Not so much for a sunset, at least in the summertime. I dropped our packs right here for a minute. Stop and have a quick little lunch break. Have this beef stick and maybe one of the little mint candies. We're now back at the overlook area for Lake of the Clouds. This was a beautiful, shorter 2-day, 1-night trip for us. And we had a lot of fun. Got to test our brand new zpacks duplex tent, and that worked great. But for now, we're going to start heading back home. Enjoy our 4th of July fireworks, and we will see you in the next adventure.